Mark Clifford, thanks for taking the time. Took some boxers out to Reno, ended up with 4 wins and a couple of losses. Just talk to me about what those do to develop your team.
Yeah, I think it's good for us to get out and not box people wearing Air Force gear. And so this is just an opportunity for our cadets to get out and see what it's like under the bright lights, somewhere else a little bit hostile. Reno does a really good job of bringing in their student body, and it makes it for a hostile environment. Those lights in the ring are hot, and so they get heated up really quick, and the adrenaline's running, and kind of seeing what we do under pressure. We've got about a month before we head off to regionals, so we got to start seeing what our cadets are capable of and what it looks like to compete against some other folks.
Yeah. Except now you come home and it's the Wing Open. It is competing against Air Force boxers, and don't get to the bright lights till the finals in Clune Arena. But tell me how you've been through this yourself. What's the mindset a boxer needs to do well?
Well, I think personally you just got to be focused in on what you can do personally, how you develop in the gym every single day, what you're doing outside of what we do at practice, the road work, the shadow boxing, practicing with your teammates. And I think that all leads up to getting your hand raised at the quarterfinals, semifinals, and then off to the finals in Clune Arena. So I think the mentality needs to be, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make myself the Wing Open champion and then represent the Air Force Academy at regional national tournament. So I think most of our cadets are getting that mindset. I think our younger cadets are trying to figure that out. But that's what this process is about, yeah.
Yeah. You get rocking over there in the boxing gym because a lot of cadets come down and watch this Wing Open. Do you think there's been a little bit of a revitalization here in the last few years?
It feels like it to me. I think, even preliminaries last week, we only had 2 bouts, and cadets from the squadrons came down and supported their boxers, and it was amazing. Handful of cadets, but the energy was great. And I think just overall, there has been a revitalization of the energy around the Wing Open. We're going to pump this up to maybe 14, 15 championship bouts. I wish I could put all 20 weight classes in Clune Arena. It just makes for a really long night. But the cadets love it. They're in front of their peers. It'll be a packed house. And I can't say enough about the energy around what we're doing at the cadet wing, what we're doing at the athletic department to make sure that we make this a special event for our boxers.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of special events, Eddie Wishers, longtime boxer, many mega national champion. Your coach when you boxed here, going to name the boxing gym after him. Your response to that?
Who's this guy again? Yeah, amazing. I think of names like Bear Bryant, Nick Saban, John Wooden, Gino Ariama in basketball, Coach K, Eddie Wishers. Those guys have put numerous national championships in their sport, banners on their wall at their universities, and this man has done the same. What he's done for college boxing is hard to define because there's so much that he's poured into not only the Air Force Academy getting us started with our first team in 1980, and by the way, taking that first team to go win a national championship in 1980 to say this is what we need to do here at the Air Force Academy. 19 championships later, 300-something All-Americans later, I was one of them. 113, 119 national championships later, I was one of them. Is amazing feat, and I think that'll be hard to come by. He is a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-generation type of coach, and I think it's only appropriate that we name that gym Eddie Wishers Boxing Gym, and we continue to strive to hit that standard of excellence that he has set for this program and for the college boxing.
Yeah, absolutely. Since I have you here and we're talking about Eddie Wishers, what did you learn from Eddie Wishers that you're now using as a coach?
There's a lot of lessons learned. I've learned lessons as a cadet on how not to be a knucklehead. I don't know if I quite did so well with it.
You didn't do that.
Yeah, thanks for validating that for me. But I think overall, his mindset has always been, let's take our mind off of boxing until it's time to box. Let's make sure that when we step in between the ropes, we know how to turn that hot water on and really get after it and really put into the art of boxing when we step in that ring to make sure we get our hand raised at the end of the night. Just his mental approach to the sport outweighs some of the physical things that we did from a boxing's perspective. And we're talking well before we really started talking as a society about mental health, sports psychology and all that stuff. He was doing that well before that, and I got to be a student of that. And so I take some of those lessons into what we do today to make sure that we fully prepare our cadets before they step into that ring, that they're ready to go, and that water is turned on and they're ready to get after it. And at the end of the night, you get your hand raised.
Yeah, a well-deserved honor for Coach Wishers, and we'll look and see. I'm sure we'll talk to you before the finals of the Wing Open, but have fun as this plays out.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you, guys.